Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to Started from the Bottom with Forfar Athletic. To be honest, I don't know how this happened either, and I know I promised you the last two games of the season. I'm giving you potentially the last two games of the season, just with a completely different team. Basically, we got relegated at the other place. So, yeah, that team was terrible. But now I'm at this team, and they're not so terrible. They're in a playoff spot, so we have a playoff game today to go up to the Ladderbrooks Championship. So we're in Scotland, by the way. If I didn't mention that, I mean, I don't know. This team's actually fairly good financially. As you can tell, they've been on the up for a little while until just recently. And if you look at the finances, they're just marginally going down. So we should be fine, really. I mean, I kind of wanted a club that was in decent financial health for once, and we found one. So let's see how bad we can screw this up. So today we're going to be playing Dunbarton, who we have not had the best of times against previously. I think we've beat them once and drawn two and lost one. I guess it's not that bad. Or maybe we lost two and drew one. I don't know. It looked bad, though, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I guess you can meet the team. It's probably going to change completely if we get promoted. But in goal, we have Grant Adam, who is, he's pretty good, I guess. I mean, he's a goalkeeper. I mean, nothing special there. At right back, we have Tom Parrott, who is pretty good, actually. So, can't complain. He's actually a wing back, so I'm playing as a fullback on attack down that right-hand side. At center back, we have Cummins, who is being a center back. Yeah, there's that. The other center back is Jason Crones, who's slightly worse than the other center back, being a center back. Only thing he's accomplished is getting relegated from League One and scoring goals. So, and debuts and stuff. So, anyway, at left back, we have Michael Kennedy, who is also a fairly good player, a little bit of potential. Into the midfield, where I think we're probably the weakest in the central midfield, we have a Lewis Mine, who is really an advanced playmaker, but he's dropped back there into the central midfield on support role because we don't have any box-to-box midfielders, I've determined. Playing the ball-winning midfield is Owen Moxon, who isn't all that good, but has some potential and stuff. So there's that. Which is interesting. He's actually playing better than he actually is. He's only a 2-star player, and he's playing at 2.5 stars. Anyway, on the right, we have Eddie Ferns, who's literally the only right winger at the club. At least that's what the team report said. There's a few more, but they're not really right midfielders. So he'll be out there. On the left, we have Gordon Brown, who's on loan from those guys, Dunford line or something like that. I mean, he'll be fine out there, I guess. He'll be fine. Up the middle, we have Kerhay, who's really a striker, but he'll do. I mean, he's still pretty good there. So, and then up top, we have Nicky Clark, who's a really good striker, and I'm not really sure why he's only scored one goal. Has he been injured? He's only played 13 games, which does suggest that he's been injured. Where can I see this? History, injuries. There we go. He sprained his ankle. No, he hasn't been injured since 2017. So I don't know why he's why he hasn't played. But I mean, he's won the championship before with Rangers. That is Rangers, right? I'm not crazy. That is Rangers. Okay, so he's scored goals for Rangers in the championship. So there's that. So he's a bit good. You'll meet everybody else later, I guess. Yeah, that's if any of them even play. Let's just go ahead and get into this. In terms of the tactic that we're playing a 4-2-3-1, obviously. We only have 3 instructions, which are shorter passing, be more disciplined, and higher tempo, because we can't jump. So I'm trying to keep them to play it around on the floor a little bit. We're playing on a control tactic, because we are actually a good team. A little bit concerning that Nicky Clark and Lewis Mine's fitness isn't all that good, but I'm sure they'll survive for a little bit. Let's just go ahead and get into this. So, what's on the line today, I guess, is the real question. basically, if we win these 2 games, we advance to the final to play for a spot in the league above. So that pretty much sums it up. The only team that's actually has the chance of getting relegated from the league above is Queen of the South. So it's 4 teams playing for 1 spot. It's weird, but anyway. Special day. Nicky Clarkson trying to lengthy. He's played. Yeah, he can score. Yeah, I don't know if he's played good, but I hope so. I hope we get promoted. Anyway, good luck, lads. I guess I don't know any of you, so I'm just gonna say good luck and move on. I don't even know any of our players hardly, so this is gonna be fun. I literally turned up yesterday and just signed a contract and stepped out onto the training pitch. That's literally all I've done. So we've had a fairly good start, unless they score here, of course, which would be a problem. And Adam makes a good save there. That is their first shot of the game. So if that had gone in, I would have felt a little hard done by, to say the least. And that corner appears to be cleared away. And we could attack. No, nothing. Okay. I wouldn't mind a not very entertaining game. Of course, this is the home leg. I mean, we don't want to concede, obviously, but you know, if we don't score, it's not that big of a deal. Now it's a big deal. We have to score, basically, because away goals. I mean, away goals are a thing, right? I'm not crazy. Rules? Does it show up as relegation playoff semifinal? Because we're in a relegation playoff, even though we had the chance of getting promoted. Makes sense, right? Extra time, play, the scores are level, penalty shootout scores are still level, so away goals don't matter. Fortunately. For us at this point. I mean, we've kind of been the better team. We've had more of the possession. I mean, it's really just kind of bad defending, and even the defending wasn't that bad. The goalkeeping was kind of shocking, but it just really wasn't that bad. Just kind of got scored on. I mean, we've been the better team in this game. There's no doubt about it. But just got a little bit unlucky there, I guess. I mean, if we lose this game 1-0, it's not the end of the world. We're not really supposed to get promoted anyway, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to take mine off fairly soon here, though, because he is struggling a little bit as he just picks up the ball there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take him off now. And I don't actually know who to bring on. I mean, there's the obvious one that's on 100% fitness. He's a striker. Okay. That's a weird one. Sebastian Ross. Central midfielder on attack. He might be useful. And then Thomas O'Brien's a ball-winning midfielder. Okay. So we'll bring on Sebastian Ross, who does have decent fitness at least. At least a lot better than what Lewis Mines is at this current point in time. I'm just going to encourage the lads, remind them that they actually know how to kick a ball. At least I assume they do. I haven't. And once again, I turned up at training yesterday, and it's pretty much, you know, it was about 3 o'clock at that point, so didn't get a chance to see very much. Let's see, so we're going to actually take off Nicky Clark because he's been dreadful. Is Josh Peters any good? He can play as advanced forward. Has he scored goals this season? Can I see that anywhere without going in and clicking on him? No. Okay. I'll just go ahead and click on him when he comes on. Peters. Yeah, he scored 10 goals this season, so there you have it. And they might have a chance to come at us here, though. Now, 2-0 would be difficult. I wish Hay would have won that, but Ross picks it up. Now gives it to Hay, who's not an attacking midfielder. To Ross, who tries to lump it forward and goes all the way through to their keeper, who boots it long, and Kennedy picks it up. I don't even know who that is. Peters now. Hay. To Brown. Back to Peters. Ross. Hay. Ferns. Parrott scores. Yes, that's a right back. It's so weird having an attacking right back. You don't get these in non-league stuff. We are a semi-professional team, by the way, if I didn't mention that. It's actually a step down from my last job, believe it or not, even though I think it's a little bit better. Because we're actually in a good financial position and have the chance to get promoted if we just get some positive results. I'm going to go and make our last change here. I guess Eddie Ferns. We need some pace down that wing. Or not pace so much, but legs. Anyway, Ross has it now. Moxon. Brown. Peters. Back to Brown. I think that was. Yeah, and we still have it alive here, and it's eventually cleared away. But that was a good save. Or to hit the crossbar. Whatever happened there. I mean, I'm not complaining about a 1-1 draw, but I feel like we probably could have gotten more. There might be a chance here, though. And Hay has the ball now in their side of the pitch. Sutherland? Okay. Anyway, Moxon, Brown, who is dispossessed there. Now Thompson has it for Dumbarton. Now to Cooper, who skirts by his man there. Stevenson, Lamoutson, Moxon's gonna get sent off here. I mean, it's probably the right time to get sent off, you know, at the end of the game, if I'm being completely honest. We're just gonna drop Hay back, I guess. Swap them two around. I mean, Hay can't play there, but it's a body there, I guess. As long as they don't score off this free kick, I'll be okay with it, and they don't. It's blocked away by the wall. This should run time out as Ross picks it up. Brown, who tries to spray it across. It's probably more of a clearance than anything. Another goalkeeper has it. Will the whistle ref? Maybe? Referee? Hello? Hello? Yeah, he just doesn't want to blow the whistle, I guess. I don't know. There it is. So it's 1-1 at the station park, which was, interestingly enough, I was doing some research. Named after the railway station that went from, I think it was Glasgow to London. So, but the funny thing is that the station closed down quite a while ago. So it's actually like the furthest ground from a railway station in the Scottish leagues. It's like 14 miles away from the nearest railway station. So, kind of defeats the name of the stadium. Probably should rename that. I don't even know who he is really. So Moxon, I'm just not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm doing a press conference. You don't want to see me do a press conference. I'll see you in the next match. Now we are back here for the second leg of the game against Dumbarton. And the only change made to the team is Thomas O'Brien comes in for the suspended Owen Moxon. And I think away goals do matter, because I got a question in the press conference about, you know, is with the away goal, is a draw as bad as defeat? So basically we have to score goals, so we'll see how this goes. Is everybody's fitness okay? Good. I'm questioning Nicky Clark, but I think I'm going to leave him in, because the other striker didn't score either, so we'll see what happens. So we prevail with a victory, they prevail with a victory. I don't know if away goals are a thing. That might have just been... no, I don't. I don't know who any of them are, if I'm being honest. I don't like that striker. He doesn't react well to stuff. Anyway, we just kind of need to score some goals here, I guess. Which we certainly showed signs of in the last game. I'm just not so sure how well our control tactic's going to work away from home, though, against a team that might be slightly better than us. We're kind of bossing possession early, though, which is good. 62% of the ball, which is slowly dropping as time goes on. Still 58%, nothing bad there. Anyway, Cooper has the ball for Dumbarton now. Bring it forward, plays through Thompson. Is it Thompson or Tom? It's a weird name. I think it's Thompson. Anyway. And that corner's headed away for another corner. And that corner's headed away for not another corner, which is pleasing. And we might have the chance to attack here. Kennedy with the throw into Brown to Clark, who shoots, and it's blocked away out for another corner. That's the 7th corner of the game in 30 minutes. Anyway, ball's whipped into nobody, really. And that ball was also whipped into nobody, really. Overall, though, I think we're doing okay in this game. We still have more shots, same amount on target, more possession. They've just had the one clear-cut chance, but apparently we have as well. I wouldn't call that a clear-cut chance. Definitely not as clear-cut as theirs, but I'll take it scoreless in the halftime. We are doing well so far. I don't like this guy. I'm taking him off the pitch. And I'm going to bring on Josh Peters. I just don't like the way the fact that he's reacted negatively to something I said in the press, which, I mean, I don't even know why he's paying any attention anyway, and then he's reacting badly to all my team talks, so I'm just gonna yank him off because he's probably not gonna score anyway. So we might have a chance to attack here, actually. Mine, who's tipped to win the Player of the Season award, which is interesting, gets tackled. And O'Brien comes in with another tackle, covering for him. And the ball's put forward for Ferns, who can put it into the box, to Peters, who scores. That is the best substitution I've ever made in my life. He's only been on the pitch for 55 seconds and scores. Should have started him. Why didn't anybody tell me? But yeah, he just put it into the box. That's a great finish. I've seen so many people mess that up. By the way, our pitch sucks. The pitch is nice, the stadium sucks. I've looked at pictures. It's not nice. It's very old-fashioned, and by old-fashioned, I mean it was built in 1888. It's kind of fallen apart. I do my research, you see. So, we're going to take off mine, actually, because he hasn't really had the best game. Bring on Sebastian Ross, and I guess bring off O'Brien too. He can't really play there. But he'll survive, I guess. I hate changing both of them. In fact, I'm not going to change both the midfielders. I'm going to bring off the, well, I guess not. Unless we have other strikers, don't we? So we'll drop him back. And, bring on, who's better? None of them. I take it. This guy's actually an advanced forward, so we'll bring him on. He probably fits the role a little bit better than the target man. Oh, I just realized I made all of our subs. Did I? Oh, yeah, because I took that. Oh, Malone almost scored. Because I took our. If I had put on that target man, he would have scored that, but I took, what's his name, off at halftime. Yeah, well, whoops. And they're going to have a man sent off here, and I am not even going to try to pronounce his name, but he's off. Yep. Okay, well that makes things a little bit easier for us. Being a goal up. So they have to score 2 to knock us out. Which is a fairly commanding position. And we are the team more likely to score here, with Brown dribbling through everybody and takes a shot, but Martin saves fairly easily. And time's just ticking out here. We have another chance. Brown tries to play it in, and they could counter on us here, actually, through Thompson, who was just dribbling out wide with the ball and just kind of boots it forward to really nobody. Kennedy picks it up. He was waiting for it to go out, and it just wouldn't do it, but Kennedy has it now. Puts it forward for Peters. There's so much space, and he can't do anything. I mean, he would have been better off taking that down. Cummins tries to play it forward and makes the interception there again. O'Brien now to Ross. Is it up to Malone, but he can't get there. Ross actually picks it up again, though, covering for his own mistake. Peters to Ferns. Ross now over to the overlapping Parrott. Whips it into Brown, who scores, and that is game, set, and match. I mean, we've been really kind of dominant in this game today, which for a completely experimental tactic, if I'm being honest, of course anything this early in my tenure at a club will be experimental, but this is really experimental. Because I typically don't play, well, I play on control with good teams, but this is clearly not a good team. I guess they're good compared to everybody else, but I mean, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on in the other side of this this playoff, but I mean, I assume Queen of the South has to be winning, right? But regardless, good result. That was a great result. Yeah, I can't complain. Man of the match was Kennedy, who, I mean, I guess he was pretty good. So who are we playing in the... We're playing Queen of the South, which was expected, if I'm being completely honest. They've come across some hard times, clearly. Because it used to be last year they'd go up to the, in the last FM they'd go up to the Prem. But clearly struggling with the insecure finances and all of that. Of course, you know, it says they're ninth. Ninth you wouldn't think would be that bad. Well, that's second bottom. Because there's only 10 teams in all these leagues. I'm just curious, and I'm sure you all are too. What happened to the club's last manager? Why did he leave at this point in time? And that is something I can't tell you. I've been in charge for 4 days. He left. Steve Sidwell. He's the manager of Boston United now. I wanted to go back to England, I guess. I mean, he's a good fitness coach. Steve Sidwell. That's a joke. When did he retire? He played for Ross County up until 1819 and then retired. Currently at Brighton or Stoke? I know he was at Stoke. I remember him at Stoke, but I guess I don't know. It's hard to tell and if he got loaned out by them in real life or in this game, but he's either at Stoke or Brighton. Back at Stoke at this point, probably, unless he got transferred. That's funny, though. But anyway, I've rambled on enough. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new around here. And I'll see you next time.